Hi, and welcome to another Catalyst video. My name is Anita.
And I'm Muskan Kausha.
Together, we'll try to break down for you the best steps towards building the perfect resume and cover letter. So, without further ado, let's catapult right in.
Imagine yourself looking into applying for a job and you're asked to submit a resume and cover letter along with your application. If the company likes your application, they will call you in for an interview before you're hired.
Although this may seem a little daunting, we'll give you the tools to prepare the best application so that you can find your dream job.
A resume and cover letter is your first impression to the recruiter. It is a summary of your experiences and a glimpse at your personality. This is why it is very important to nail both.
On average, employers only read resumes for a few minutes before making an interview decision. But this doesn't mean your resume isn't important. On the contrary, it has to be outstanding so that hiring managers are able to quickly decide they want you.
When writing your resume, it is important to tailor it to that job you are applying for, keeping in mind the specific position, the values of the company you want to work in, and your unique experiences.
Your resume should have, first, your contact details. These include your name, phone number, a professional email, and your LinkedIn. Then, you should note all relevant work and volunteer experiences, and you may want to include a list of skills, starting with soft skills and moving on to technical or software abilities.
Don't forget to include a list of any educational qualifications you've received. For example, your high school degree, your college diploma, any courses you've taken online, or certificates you've achieved.
When describing your experiences, list some related accomplishment statements. Be sure to use these statements to explain what you did to contribute towards a specific company objective.
A good way of doing this is by following the APR method. APR stands for Action Projection Result. When writing your statements, start off with the verb such as organized or developed. Be sure to include whether you worked as a team or individually.
Some things to think about as well include how were you successful in the task and how did it impact your work or the organization. An example using an APR method would be, I helped introduce a new marketing strategy that utilized new social media platforms and resulted in a sales increase of 20%. Here, you're establishing both your credibility and your potential to contribute to the job you're applying for.
Also, formatting your resume is very important. Employers generally read through many resumes a day, so keep yours concise and relevant. A good way of doing this is by using bullet points, numerical quantities, and limiting your resume to a single page. This can be achieved by tailoring your resume for every different job you're applying for, like we explained previously. A resume should only include relevant experience. Here's a useful tip. If you're applying to many different jobs, it's good to have a large master list of all your accomplishments so you can pick and choose which ones to include in your job-tailored resume.
Here are two examples of resumes. Even though the one on the right is more visually attractive, because of its colors and complex structure, it could be distracting or confusing to read through. A good, organized resume looks like the one on the left, with concise bullet points and a clean visual appearance.
There are numerous ways to enhance your job prospects beyond having an outstanding resume. LinkedIn, for example, is a proactive way to advertise yourself to employers and other business professionals in a virtual setting.
You'll get the chance to document all your past work, volunteer, and educational experiences on your profile. Plus, a useful feature LinkedIn has is the freedom it gives you to share your background in its entirety. There is no need to tailor your LinkedIn to a specific job.
You can also use LinkedIn to network with other individuals working in your field of interest and apply for those jobs as well. This can be done in the form of cold messaging. Just remember to always be professional and concise. Here's a helpful template for reference. It's good practice to address the person you're contacting formally if they're a professional. An example of this would be Mr., Mrs., or even Doctor.
We've talked a lot about resumes. Now, what about cover letters?
Cover letter should convince the hiring manager to hire you. It gives you the opportunity to speak directly to the recruiter and showcase your character, showing them why they should invite you to an interview.
But beware, A cover letter should never be a summary of your resume. Try adding aspects that cannot be addressed in your resume, such as your personal values or expressing why you are interested in the role or company. In particular, focus on showing values and abilities, such as resilience.
Your resume should be formally addressed to tailor specifically to the position you're applying for. Try using formal language and proofread for grammar or syntax errors.
We hope these tips have helped you get a better grasp of what a resume and cover letter are.
If you need to revisit some points, feel free to skip back through the video or drop a comment below what other topics you would like us to cover in the future. Also, be sure to check out our previous videos on OSAP and credit cards.
We hope you enjoyed this video on resumes and cover letters. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with anyone that might find it useful. Until next time.